Now to the brave 10-year-old who made the decision to leave her home and her parents and fly halfway across the world to escape the war in Ukraine. Her father is still fighting the Russians, while Victoria is slowly getting used to her new home here in Australia.
Victoria's new life in Australia couldn't be more different to what she left behind in Ukraine. Learning how to play on a trampoline has been fairly easy. Dealing with some of our scary insects a little harder.
Dragonfly, and as soon as she starts screaming. I thought, oh my gosh, what's happened? I ran out and I said, Victoria, what's happened? And she said, look, it's gonna bite me, it's gonna kill me. I said, it's not gonna kill you.
Veronica and Lloyd Rowe have welcomed the young girl into their Sunshine Coast home, where she has a ready-made playmate in their 8-year-old daughter, Rihanna.
It's just been a joy to see her come into the house and see her and Rihanna just run around and hear the giggles and the laughters, especially when they don't even speak each other's language. They have that natural ability to communicate as children.
How she got here is quite extraordinary. When Russia invaded its peace-loving neighbour back in February, Ukrainian-born Veronica and Navy veteran Lloyd decided they needed to do something to help.
I wanted to help somebody. I needed to help somebody because I couldn't do what I used to be able to do.
Veronica began contacting relatives and friends she knew in Ukraine. Victoria's mum was an old friend and her dad was serving in the Ukrainian military, so she was keeping in regular contact with them.
One day I said, would you like to come and stay with us? And she would just jump and say, I'm so sick of sitting in bomb shells. I really want to come and be safe. I want to see blue sky and sun, and I really want to have a normal life. I haven't had a school for such a long time and friends.
This video captures her soldier father coming to farewell Victoria in the middle of the night before returning to the front line. He wanted his little girl to be somewhere safe while he continued the fight to stop Russia's invasion.
Probably one of the biggest things for me was what his father talked to us about not being able to fully defend his daughter if he was too far away. And he wanted his daughter to be safe so that he could then focus on what he needed to do.
Victoria lived with her parents in a small town near the Slovakian border. Veronica arranged for a trusted friend to drive from Slovakia into Ukraine and then take Victoria and her mum on a 5-hour road trip into Hungary, where she could catch a plane from Budapest to Dubai and then on to Brisbane. It would be Victoria's first ever plane ride, a 15,000-kilometre journey, and she did it all on her own.
She's never seen a plane before, never been out of her small town, and then the first thing she sees is a Boeing 777, and then the shock when she got to Dubai and said, oh, the next plane's got a second level, and she was on an A380.
This video shows the Rowe family waiting to greet her at Brisbane Airport, where she arrives with Emirates staff as an unaccompanied minor.
Hello.
Hello, how are you?
Good, how are you?
That surviving instinct is what bring her here, safely. She didn't have any tantrums, she didn't cry, she didn't have any... she just asked, can I sleep on the plane? That's what they told us, Emirates, and I said, yeah, you can sleep there. So she asked if she can fall asleep.
All she brought was one small bag, less than half full of belongings, but most importantly, her national flag. Proudly hanging it on the wall of her bedroom she will call home until it's safe to return to Ukraine.
It's a temporary solution for all Ukrainians now, just to send their, women and kids to a safe place until they sorted their country. They will stand there to the end.
The next step, learning a completely new language. Hello, Victoria.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Your English is good.
Yeah.
When she arrived, she could barely speak a word of English, but is learning very fast.
Cat, dog, children, father, mother, sister, brother.
Great work. That's fantastic. Technology is helping to break down any language barriers with her new best friend, Rihanna.
Can you teach me Ukrainian? Ти можеш навчити мене української?
Yeah, of course.
Rihanna knows what the war in Ukraine means for children. The United Nations have confirmed 245 kids have been killed by Russian forces that they know of. The true figure likely to be much higher.
Russia even kills kids, so they can't go to school and stuff. So that's why Victoria came here with us.
Victoria's hometown in the west of the country has experienced less war than the east, but the constant air raid sirens leaves children spending more time in bomb shelters than their bedrooms. Were you getting sick of living in this basement, the bomb shelter, all the time?
Yes, I can. Там було дуже
It was really dusty, she tells me. We sat in the dark because there were no lights and you can't run around in the dark, you have to sit still in one place.
Привет!
Video calls back home to her mum Tanya provide a regular reminder of what she left behind.
Last night, 2 air raid sirens came on and we had to go to the bomb shelter.
Her parents hope Victoria can learn English and receive a good education while she's in Australia.
How do you feel knowing that Victoria is safe now here in Australia?
As a mother, I always have some worries inside me, but I know that she's safe, and that's the most important thing right now.
To make her stay even more enjoyable, Shane Phillips from Village Roadshow gave Victoria and the Rowe family free passes to all of their Gold Coast theme parks.
To take her mind off all of the stuff that she's lived through over the last couple of months.
Wonder Woman could probably learn a thing or two off Victoria after the journey she's been on. The smiles say it all as this 10-year-old gets to experience the fun of just being a kid at Movie World. But it's a sweet treat that tops the list of her Aussie experiences so far. What do you think of Australian ice cream?
Very, very, very yummy!
Isn't she terrific? And you can find more details about how to help Ukrainians who've just arrived in Australia. All the details are on our website.